This is a message that somebody else sent to me at WordPress. I haven't heard from this person before, I don't think. The message itself doesn't seem particularly threatening, right? Although, and I'm not going to answer it except to film this video of it and talk about it, and then I'm going to delete the message. I mean, but look at the address. Look, this is exactly what I said was going to happen to me because of the way Conglomerate treats me. I mean, it is, how? It's rape culture. It's rape culture. I've said no. You know, and then I actually saw this message several hours ago. Sometimes I will look at the messages just to know whether or not somebody's threatening me. And I saw this one, and I kind of read the first part of it, and I thought, all right, well, I should talk about that. Because it's, you know, certainly a direct result of the conglomerate's treatment of me, and specifically its treatment of me about the sick and sadistic and illegal videos. I mean, it is a direct result of that, and I will be dealing with many more situations like this person, and worse than this for the rest of my life because of what the conglomerate has done to me, and specifically about those issues. I mean, whatever it is, people do all sorts of things about those videos, right? Try to treat them like it's something, like it's a whole thing, is something that I'm just gonna be all right with eventually. That somehow there's some sort of justification for it, or you know, I'll finally get to the point where I say, oh yeah, you know, you know, people think that I, you know, look hot in them, and so it's okay with me. Actually, thank you, because it, you know, brought me to, you know, like a way of living that I never would have experienced before. No, I never would have, because those videos are nothing I ever you couldn't have paid me enough to do them. You couldn't have paid me enough to do one. You couldn't have paid me enough to even take one picture, right? Like the, I don't even know how many hours of video they got of me. It's sickening what has happened to me. It's sickening, and I will be dealing with people like this person literally for the rest of my life because of it. Right? it's gonna be unbelievably difficult for me to deal with, and I will be dealing with it forever. And you know, if somebody doesn't actually rape and kill me, I guess, you know, I perhaps will live through my life and die of some you know, some sort of like, just, you know, illness, old age, that kind of thing. But that doesn't mean I won't be dealing with this, because I will be, and it was all deliberate. You know, it was all just something that, no, not one person could just like make one phone call and say, you know, this is happening to you, right? When because they all knew about it, and nobody did a goddamn thing about it, right? And now I have to live with it for the rest of my life, and I also have to be afraid it's going to happen to me again somewhere else. You have no idea. And all the people who think it's funny, it's not funny. And all the people who think there's some kind of justification for it, there's no justification for it. And everybody who thinks I'm kidding about the way I feel about it is incorrect. You are incorrect. And everybody who's making excuses for themselves, you're wrong about that too. Right? I mean, it's like the thing that people use against me just for whatever, because they're bored, or because they're mad, or because they're insulted, or because they're jealous, or because they're this, or because they're that. And I'm the one who has to deal with it every single time. Every person who adds something else to it is something I have to deal with. Right? The collective weight of all of this and what has happened to me is something that most people would have killed themselves already. Most people would have done that. And yet nobody gives a flying fuck about it, right? Nobody cares, right? To use the language of a stalker, right, who has shown up in my life because of what the conglomerate has done to me. How you can treat another human being this way, I just don't know. I just don't know, right? And that's just the first part of it. And then I saw this actually when I signed in a few minutes ago. So what's this person saying? You know, I mean, he doesn't quite want to threaten me. It's like slaughter, laugh, ho, peeing ho, something like that, right? Great, that's great, right? It's just going to be like this. People thinking of like new ways to try to say things just like this, while I'm saying no, it's not all right with me, and it's never going to be all right with me. And what has led anyone at all to believe that it's just all right, no matter how I feel about it, I honestly just don't even know. I don't even know how to think about, or to think the way somebody who thinks that way thinks, right? It's never going to be all right. It is never going to be all right.